it's Lisa from Shabby Road Studio. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do an art project with you that is going to use these small 4x4 canvases. They are about 1.5 inches deep. As you can see, I have painted the edges black. They come all white. You probably know that. And I just kind of went up a little bit on the front because just in case I didn't get the paper quite to the edge. What I'm going to be doing, I'm taking this inspiration from Pam Hemmerling, and she does some very cool art, and I love her channel, and I love watching her style. Her style and my style are so close, like the color palettes and what we like as far as art, abstract art, and everything. So I'm borrowing this inspiration from Pam. So today is going to be, we're going to make like a gallery wall of art using jelly prints and just some mark making prints that I did. And it's going to be 9 of these. So they're small. They're only 4x4, but when you get all 9 done and you hang them on your wall, you can hang them farther apart, but this is just an example. Like, you're going to have this really cool 9-piece gallery of art. So we're going to put the rest of these over here out of the way. And I'm going to show you the jelly prints that I've chosen. I kind of went with the color theme so that they all are cohesive. And I made this little viewfinder thing, just about the size that I need so that I can look for. Well, let's look at the prints first. So they're nothing perfect, and I probably say that a lot, and I probably will continue to say it a lot because I know there's probably people out there that are very experienced in jelly printing, and what I think is fantastic to them is a throwaway page. But these are so much fun. I love the quirkiness and the grunginess, and the little bits and pieces that end up in places you wouldn't expect. So it's a black, kind of a black, I don't know, I think this is red oxide, and then gold. And then I just took a book page and just did some mark making with my brush. There's another one. I did some mark making on this one after I experimented with some jelly prints on it. Here's another one that kind of came out blurry, but it just all fits together. This is one that's a little bit darker. There's a little bit more black to this one with some gold. But in the back, in the crevices, and in the little areas that just show through, there's that red oxide. And this has a faint, this was a thinner layer of that red oxide, and it's very matte, and it just came out different. And I put the gold dots over it. Here's another piece on a book page mark making sheet I did, which I think that'll go nicely. Just another one, and I really like this stencil that I'm using here. Just circles and just anything that is in the same color family with some quirky. Here is a piece from an old workbook. And you can see the black dot, you can see the text and things coming up through it, and I just think that's really going to be a fun page to add. And then there's this one I love. Love, love, love it. So this is what we're going to do. So there's 9 canvases. I think I have 9 pages here. 3, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have more. 8, 9. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just take this viewfinder thing and I'm going to kind of figure out there isn't much choice on this one, but this is good right here. So what I would do at this point, I need to find a pen. I might use this gel pen only because I can see it, and then if I just cut inside that gel pen, I think my square will be just the right size. So just like that, now we've got this little square. That's going to be on the front of one of our 9. So I'm going to set that aside because I'm going to go choose the ones we want, and then I'll shut the camera off and cut them all out. This one is pretty much the same, but yet there's some different feathering going on here. There's some dots there. I'm gonna put this over further. And normally, you know, you try to save, you don't want to, but this is just an instance where you're just going to take out the square where you want it to be, regardless of how much page is wasted. But it's not going to be wasted, really. Okay, so we have that one. This is so much fun. And again, this one is just simply going to be which area of the book I want showing. Kind of want to do it right there, I think. I mean, you look at that page, book page with some black marks on it, you don't think of it as art. But I'm telling you, when you see it in a square like that, and then you get it on a canvas, you're going to see it differently, because I did. When I saw this technique and I thought, what? How would that even look good? That's not even art, but it really does change when you put it through this viewfinder thing. It makes it look artsy. And then when you put it on the canvas, it just becomes what it is. I mean, it's just so cool. Okay, so I think I want right here. And you can hang these like put 9 nails up and hang them as far apart as you want. But I also thought that this would be cool if you had like a finished board. A finished board, maybe even like a 24 by 24, and then put your like little screws maybe, and then just hang these all on one board and then mount the board. I don't know. So there's all kinds of ideas. So yeah, it's just really kind of a mess, but I like it right there, I think. And this gel pen is nice because it shows up. So if I just cut inside of that, then none of that will show. Yeah, I like that. All right, so kind of like these 4 pieces showing. So I think right there. Nice. This one has a lot of interesting pieces to it. Kind of like that. Kind of getting part of this circle. I wanted to get these white pieces in, and then that's kind of fun. So I think right there. And what this is good for is, like, if you have a piece, like a gel print that didn't fully turn out like you want. Like, there's some, I don't know. Like, you know how you get white pieces, like, where the paper either kind of ripped or didn't take the paint, and it's kind of like these white. And the rest is usable. Like, you can use this and find that area that's usable. Yeah, I really like that piece. So this technique, or using it in this way. Oh, this is so pretty when you put this. Okay, I don't want that black spot, but that's actually right there. Looks fun. These look like little planets. I got another print that just really looks like a dark sky with a planet. There is so much you can do with jelly prints, you guys. I am just scratching the surface and I'm having so much fun and experimenting. And I mean, I have been printing like you would not believe. And some I'm getting that are just terrible. I set them off to the side and I just keep redoing them. Like, I'll just change something, or I'll change colors, or I'll change a shape. And I just keep doing that until that print becomes satisfying to me, that I can find something of value out of that, and then I'll put it in the save pile. But if it's just like, ugh, I'll just put it over there to do again. I like that. So every one can be saved. I mean, unless they're just, I don't know. Okay, so there's print showing through, and I'm just wondering, should go for more print or less print? Well, I have more than 9, so I'm not going to be using all of these. But we're going to audition them and see what we think. So we'll see which 9 make the cut and which ones just get set aside for a different project, because they will not be wasted. This, I just really love this. I love the geometric feel to it with the stencil that I use, or the mask or stencil, whatever, that I use for this. And then on top of the workbook page that it's on, I just think it really is so cute. Oh, let's see. Kind of more white. That is kind of fun. Maybe right there. Let's see. No, I want those. How much of that do I want, though? I'm like, do I want all of this? Or this is like, there's none of those down here. Or maybe go part and part. Yeah. Let's do that right there. So you really want to make the best of that 4 inches there. Okay, and the last one. This is definitely a keeper. I love this page. I'm going to turn it around this way. So I'm going to stay away from all this black right here. And then that white. Oh, I definitely want to get that. Okay. Right there, right there. I want that coming in. So it won't just be one piece of the red. I want that. You know me. I love it. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to cut these all out. And then when I come back, I'm going to have these 9 canvases sitting here. And we're going to just kind of audition to see which 9 we should keep. And then we'll go about gluing them on to our canvases. So I'll be right back. All of these cut out. And I had to do a little... painting. Some of these weren't painted up far enough, and because I started cutting these out, and they were ending up being a little bit too small, and the sides weren't painted up, and it was showing. Anyways, I fixed it, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna start laying these out. Like I said, we have too many, so I'm not sure. Which ones we will keep and which ones we will take out. Let's see what you're seeing. So if I move those, no. So those are coming out of your, alright, so I won't be able to have spaces between them, just so that you can see them. I'm trying to see, okay. So we'll keep them together for now, so that you can see what I'm doing. And because this has text, you can have it like, I think I would prefer it to be up straight the right way, but you can, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not, it's your art, so you don't have to do it that way. So you definitely want this black one up here between. Love it. And then this one seems, maybe I do like that one though. I was thinking that maybe this was just going to be too light, you know. So I have 3 spots left and a whole bunch of paper. I don't know why I did that. really like that one. Probably won't use that blurry one. And that one. So now it's between this and this. I really did want to use this one with the dots. But that is one that I did cut smaller, so maybe we won't use it. And it doesn't matter. I'm just like trying to figure out like a good layout to see what these would look like on a wall like this. I mean, they're all separate, so you can interchange them as many different times as you want. I'm just giving you an idea of what they could look like. See how neat those look as little pieces of art, and then when you put them all together, you could even hang them this close together on the wall. I think they would look better if they had a little gap between them, but they're fun either way. So we're gonna go ahead and start gluing these on. Rolling matte gel. Oops. I'm just going to put a little coat on the back side of the paper as well. And then we're going to try to center it as best as we can. I am not going to put the matte gel on top. I have fixative spray that I'm going to spray the tops outside after they're all done. That one needs a little trim. There we go. So I think that's good. Just going across the whole front of it because I don't know where it falls on here. So I am going to just make a nice thin layer. Make a nice thin layer on the back of it. When I saw this idea, to me it was such a no-brainer to create little works of art that on their own might not be, you know, the star of the show, obviously, but in a group together, each plays a part, and I just find that fascinating, and a fascinating way to use gel prints and mark making. I find it just incredibly interesting. All right, we're gonna set these off behind me here. I'm gonna go through paper fast. And these little canvases are, I got them at Michael's. I ordered them online. They were having a sale actually, so I kind of lucked out there. They're not super expensive, but I got them on a really good sale. So that helps. I don't know if Hobby Lobby carries this size or not. Really like that one. I love the golds and that red and the black. Aren't they cute? I painted the black around the edges really adds to this. If you had jelly prints that are they're mostly white, or the backgrounds were white, you could leave the sides white if you wanted to, or paint them another color. But for me, the black just, it matched my print so well that it was, yeah, it's what I chose to do. And this is the one that's a little bit small, but I think it'll be okay since the sides are black. Yeah, I love that one. And you can see that it's not a long project. It doesn't take a long time. The painting of the sides probably took longer than anything. You're just jelly printing fun pages, and then you're kind of choosing some that are from the same color palette, some that will go nicely together. I think you can have more of a cohesive look, but then again, I think it would be fun to do some that were just all different colored, because when they get in a group, you know, I think that would look good too. So nice. 2 more. Bubble right there. Out you go. These little things. And one more. So, yeah. I don't know, I find this is fun. I did want to use this one. Oh, decisions. I really wanted something simple like this added into the group. I think it adds just the unexpected. Yeah, we're going to stick with that just for that reason. Kind of, adds that unexpected splash. It's not expected, but yet put together in this collage of this gallery collage. I think it adds a lot to the grouping. By itself, you would think, oh, that's just a piece of scrap paper. But when it's added in, it becomes art. Let's bring them all in. I don't know. I don't have a clue where they were, because they all got moved. Making sure that one's flat. I thought that was like in the middle, so this was kind of down here. That's right, I gotta put them closer together so you guys can see them. Maybe that one there. A couple wrinkles in that one. Which I think, because the gel, matte gel is pretty thin under there, I think when it dries, it'll pull those wrinkles out. I really like that one. So I have 2 more here. I feel like that should go that way. Like that. Can you see them all? It's hard, I know. Yeah, so guys, that is it. You've just created a set of 9 mini art gallery collage pieces. One piece collage, but together the grouping is a collage and the grouping is a gallery of art. And I just think they look amazing like that. But like I said, personally, on a wall, I would have them probably, I would definitely hang them with some kind of a gap. So you can see all the black, the sides, and yeah, something like that. To me, I love it. I just think this is so cool. So, like I said, I took this inspiration from another YouTuber. Her name is Pam Hemmerling, and she is an amazing artist. And her and I share some of the, we're about the same age. We share the same color palette, like our love for the same kind of colors, same kind of abstract look. It's just amazing when you find someone that you can gain inspiration from that's so much like yourself. I watch a lot of Susan Clifton for gel printing. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I've just been following a different group of people now. Did some unsubscribing from some of the junk journal YouTubers, not because they're not good, it's just that I need to learn and move on and push myself in a new direction. And oh, Patty Scrivener, she's the next thing after gel printing. I'm going to devote time and effort into learning how to paint, you know, abstract figures, because I love those. So this is a direction that my world is going into, and I hope you'll stick around. It's just really enjoyable for me, and I hope that I will present something that will be enjoyable for you to watch. So anyways, yep. Sorry. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and go out and make some art with all your jelly prints. You guys know you have a ton of them. I know you do too. Make some art. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.